What is up, YouTube? This is Rob A again, and this time we're taking a look at another of the LEGO Hobbit sets. This time, Attack of the Wargs. This is set number 79002. It has 400 pieces. It has 5 minifigs and 2 wargs. And it retails for about $50, depending on where you get it. We're going to take a quick look at the box here. As you can see, it's got comes with Biffer the Dwarf up here, and Thorin Oakenshield, the King Thorin Oakenshield. It's got 2 orcs, and this guy right here, which I don't really remember from the books, or the book rather. He may have been created for the movie, and that's just fine. He looks very similar to the dude that was all messed up in Return of the King. That same kind of gnarly face guy. But as you can see, you also get 2 awesome looking wargs, and we're going to take a closer look at those very soon. So on the back of the box, we have a bunch of play features here. As you can see, the tree itself swivels around to have different appearance. You can catapult some dwarves into the trees to escape from the wargs. It fires fire. It appears out of the tree. And the wargs doing cool stuff and some weapons. So that's pretty much it for the box. I say we crack this guy open and see what's going on inside. Okay, so inside the box we have 3 numbered bags, 1, 2, and 3 respectively, and 2 smaller bags with the aforementioned wargs themselves. And these guys look super cool. I can't wait to get them open and together. And of course, 1 screaming child and instruction booklet. We'll take a quick peek inside here, and I did notice one thing missing from this set, and that is the appearance of a sticker sheet. This set seems to have no stickers, so that's pretty cool. Just a lot of build stuff, yada yada, blah blah blah. Inventory, and of course the super awesome minifig chart, as well as some co-cells for the other sets. Man, I love that set. And yeah, and a teaser for the upcoming Lord of the Rings sets for next year. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to stop talking about these bags and start putting this guy together. And I'll see you guys when I'm all finished. Okay guys, so here it is. Attack of the Wargs. And as you can see, it's a tree. So what we're going to do is take a quick look at the minifigs first, and then we'll take a gander at the rest of the set. So, I guess to start us off, we'll go ahead and start with the hobbits. And, well, not hobbits, rather, the dwarves. So, first off, we have Biffer the Dwarf. And, he's pretty cool looking, pretty crazy, scraggly. He's got very nice printing on his torso there. And as you can see, he's got some head printing beneath his mound o' hair. And let's see if we can get a good look at all this stuff. Now he does have printing on the back of his head. He's got some kind of crazy face going on. The only problem with this is that when you actually put his hair on over it, you can see his crazy mouth kind of behind his mustache there. So I'm not really digging on that too much, but it looks just fine with the other head turned around. And if you just want to use the head without the beard, that's a pretty awesome looking face right there. He does have back printing on the back. It looks very similar to the printing on the front. Just a cool little pattern there. I love his little belt, his not work belt. And yeah, just very cool. All these dwarves are just fantastic little minifigs. And I'm rather impressed by them. Next up, you also get a spear with that guy. But we should be pretty familiar with this spear by now. It's been seen in many of the collectible minifigs series. Next up, we have Thorin Oakenshield, King Thorin. And he's another very cool minifigure. I love his torso printing. It's all silver and shimmery and just awesome. He comes with a little axe, and a little sword. He's got a flowing mane of hair. And just give you a close-up of his face. There you go. And he's also got angry face. And, of course, back printing as well. Look at that hair. So luxurious. So, yeah, there's Thorin Oakenshield. Next up, we get Yaws Neg, which I guess is an orc of some kind. Looking pretty messed up there. He's got quite the face going on. He has this little spiky collar, which I have read is from the Ninjago sets. I have not owned any of these as of yet. So, you know. He does have torso printing. Just be careful with the torso printing. Because it's such a light color on black, it does have a tendency to look, at least on mine, a bit washed out. But really not bad overall. And of course, back printing. He's got a cool bone axe. That's pretty neat. And I'm guessing he's probably one of the higher up leaders of the orcs there. And moving on to those guys, you do get 2 hunter orcs, which I'll show off right here. These guys are both exactly the same, both blurry. Come on, there we go. So they both look like this, except one has a quiver and a bow, and one has one of these crazy swords. No face on the back of the head, just kind of scraggly hair. But it is printed on there, which is nice, and it does have pretty cool back printing. And of course the greasy looking hair with the big ears. And that's it for those guys. On to the wargs themselves. You do get 2 of these wargs, and they got pretty mean looking faces going on here. You can see the gray one, if I can get it to kind of focus here. There we go. So, mean looking face on these guys. The head goes up and down like so. The tail is like a softish rubber. And you can, of course, as with the horses and all Lego mounts, fill the back in with a block to just kind of fill that out. And it's a very powerful looking creature. Not exactly the same as in the Lord of the Rings movies, but it's close enough. And you get the this albino one as well. And he's got pretty cool printing on his eyes and face. And of course angry clicky jaws, which are always fun. These, I hate to say it, but they remind me a little bit, especially this guy, they remind me a little bit of the hyenas from The Lion King. And with this little rock piece that you get as well, it makes me giggle. I gotta say. But that's the wargs, and they're pretty cool. And we're going to take a look at the rest of the set. Okay, so, the set itself, I'm going to go out and just pretty much say what I need to say about this, and that is you are buying this set for the Minifigs and the Wargs. And it's not a bad set. I don't want to give that impression. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that it's a rock and a tree. A rock and a tree. A rock and a tree. And that's really all there is. I mean, there are play features, and we'll get to that in just a second, but it is a rock and a tree. So, that being said, let's check out the rock. You get this cool little rocky base, and I do actually like this. I think it's put together very well. As you can see, it's got many layers to it, as well as I want to show this off. It's got what I'm wondering if it might be a new piece, because I'm not familiar with this piece at all. It's a 3x3 tile, studded tile, and I don't think I've ever seen one of these before. So you can correct me if I'm wrong, but in the comments. This is the first time I've seen this piece, as far as I know. Little skull and bones underneath here, and they did a nice job with the rocks. I think LEGO always does a nice job with the rocks. And right here you have a removable chunk that functions as a catapult. Now you can either take these little, these little round stones, I guess, and flick those to varying degrees of success. Yeah, not so much. There we go. That's got it. And that piece is lost forever. But you could do that, or you can take the tree like so, and stick this little guy in here, and then kind of flick him at the tree to simulate the dwarves kind of escaping, I guess, from the wargs, jumping up into the tree. And I have to admit that does actually work fairly well. He's in the tree. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Other than that, you can combine these guys back together and stick a warg with a rider up on the rock here and kind of let him survey the territory and call his brethren in to do some damage. You also get these two little guys here. They're little, I guess these would be just little bundles of fire or burning rock or something. I'm not entirely sure what they're supposed to be. I'm sure we'll know once we've seen the film, but yeah, you do get these as well. Two of those guys. And the plus is that you do get a whole bunch of little fire, like flame pieces. You can see there are 4 on each side, and I believe you do get 2 extra as well. So onto the tree itself. It's nice. It's a very tall tree, as you can see. We could put a dwarf in front of it here, and actually we'll get one of the orcs because they're actual full minifig sized, but you can definitely see that the tree has a nice size to it. It's very nicely put together. It's a fun little build. You get these cool mushrooms at the base. These are, I believe, new mushrooms, and that's always there is a little indentation at the base where you can, I guess, have a dwarf kind of hiding in there. It doesn't go in very far, but it gives the impression that there's the hollow tree, and that's pretty cool. So all of the tree is segmented into 4 parts actually, so you can move pretty much any part of the tree around anywhere you'd like. Oh, actually, it's only 3 parts. I do apologize. The top part is stationary, and I totally forgot that. It just looks like it moves. But you can kind of rearrange the tree however suits you, and that's pretty cool. There's a little gold hiding in there, and of course it wouldn't be Lego without flick fire something or other. In this case, there are little orange and blue flames all over the tree, and you can flick these pins in the back, and they will theoretically shoot fire out of the tree. And wow, that actually worked pretty well. Yeah, that's working fairly well. So that's interesting. I guess there's some sort of firefight between the dwarves and the orcs. So yeah, there's that, and you can stick these guys up in the tree as well and have them kind of fend off the wargs or whatever. And that's pretty much it for this set. I mean, it's fairly basic, but it is just a tree. And for the price point that you're going to be paying for this, you have to be sure that it's a set that you like. Also, I'm going to go ahead and say this. Don't buy this set at Toys R Us. It's a $50 set to begin with, which it's only 400 pieces. I understand that it's $50 because you do get all the minifigs and the wargs, and that definitely adds to the price of the set. However, Toys R Us has this listed for $60, I believe, and this is not a $60 Lego set. I think $50 I feel comfortable with. I'm fine with it. I understand, why it is that price, and for the engineering of the tree and all the minifigs, it's well worth it. But try and get it somewhere else if you can, or at least use the Toys R Us price match that they have going on now. So very quickly, you do get all these extra pieces, which is very cool. A bunch of little tiles and things, as well as what's very cool, you get an extra mushroom and an extra axe blade, which is unusual, and I was really happy to see those in there included, as well as an extra bone and just some various other little bits. But overall, it's a cool set. Don't pay more than $50 for it. It's a cool set overall. Definitely a welcome addition to the Hobbit lineup, and I do like it. I just don't want anybody to feel like they got taken for a ride with this. Considering it's a nice collection of minifigs and animals, but at the end of the day, it's a tree and a rock. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like this video if you found it helpful. Comment, let me know what you thought, and definitely subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks again.